C-PTSD, or complex post-traumatic stress disorder, is a psychological condition that develops in response to prolonged, repetitive, and severe traumatic experiences. Unlike traditional PTSD, which often results from a single traumatic event or a painful memory, C-PTSD arises from ongoing trauma that can be physical, emotional, or psychological in nature. So how does C-PTSD affect the brain? Let's take a closer look. C-PTSD can cause significant changes in the brain. One key area that is affected is the amygdala, the brain's emotional center. It becomes hypersensitive, leading to exaggerated emotional responses, particularly fear and anxiety. The hippocampus, which is responsible for memory and emotional regulation, can shrink in individuals with C-PTSD. This can result in difficulties with processing and managing emotions and memories related to that trauma. The prefrontal cortex, which is involved in decision making and impulse control, can also be affected. This may lead to difficulties in regulating emotions and making rational choices. So now that you have a better understanding of how C-PTSD affects the brain, let's discuss how it shows itself in adults. So adults with C-PTSD can often experience a range of symptoms, and these can include things like flashbacks, which are vivid and distressing recollection of traumatic events. Also emotional dysregulation, which means difficulty controlling emotions, leading to intense mood swings. It can lead to dissociation, which is feeling disconnected from one's body or surroundings. It can also lead to self-esteem issues, which are chronic feelings of shame, guilt, and low self-worth. And you can also struggle with relationship challenges because you have struggles with trust, intimacy, and forming healthy connections. But it's important to know that C-PTSD is treatable. So if you or someone you know who is dealing with C-PTSD, it's important to know that there is hope. Treatment options include therapy such as trauma-focused therapy and EMDR therapy, which stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. And medication may also be prescribed to manage symptoms, although that is not always the case. In conclusion, C-PTSD is a complex condition that affects the brain and the lives of those who experience it and those around the person experiencing it. However, with the right support, individuals can transform their lives and can regain control of their lives again. If you or someone you know is struggling with C-PTSD, don't hesitate to seek help from a qualified mental health professional. Because remember, healing is possible. Transformation is possible. There is hope.